Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope you all are having a fine Sunday afternoon, or I guess Sunday night, depending on where you are in the world. But anyway, hopefully you all are doing well and have had a good week. Kind of glad to be getting back into the podcast. I do apologize for missing last week. Unfortunately, my wife had a bit of an accident and hurt herself, but things are doing a little bit better now. So really wanted to get in and get the show done for you guys. If you guys are new to the channel or new to the podcast here in general, this is not a gameplay stream. This is us talking. It's your opportunity to share your thoughts on different things going on, different aspects of the game. We can talk about some things, and for today's topic we are doing our monthly open forum, and that is where I don't have preset topics like I normally do. Basically whatever it is that you guys want to talk about, that's what we will discuss. And I do have Islander here with me. For those of you that are not yet subscribed to my channel or Islander's channel, there is a link to his channel in the video description below and in the pinned comment. Please be sure that you stop by there and drop a sub over on his channel. Lots of great content. But anyway, let me go ahead and bring him in, and we will get the show going. Hey, what's up, Eddie? How you doing?
Doing good, Chief. Doing good. How you doing, partner?
I'm doing all right. A little bit better. Been a rough week trying to keep up with helping the wife out, but getting by, and hopefully things will continue to go in the right direction. Hey, thank you for that, Roger. Much appreciated.
Look at Roger, started off with 3 bones. Thanks, Roger. That's good, man. I'm happy to hear that she's doing a little bit better. I know she had that little accident last Sunday. It kind of
yeah, I was ready to rock and roll, man. I had the show scheduled, and I was actually had it all set up on my computers, and then she came in and was like, uh-oh. But anyway,
yeah.
We'll get her mended up hopefully here and over the next few weeks or so, and get everything back to normal. But everything good for you down there in Texas?
Yeah, I mean, everything's as good as can be. I mean, we got a lot of heat, got a lot of corona, got a lot of haters, got a lot of everything going on. But we're doing good, man. We're just trucking it along, and we'll get by.
Right on, right on. Well, all right. Excited about the show. No set topics. This is honestly probably one of my funnest podcasts to do when we don't have preset topics. Well, for one, that means that there's a little less new stuff to talk about, which is always good to give us a little bit of a chance to enjoy the game for a little while. But also just because it's a little more interactive with the viewers, and that's kind of my thing. That's what I enjoy. But
yeah, so I'm definitely with you on that.
We do have the open forum rocking out tonight, and I think we can go ahead and get things started. I will throw one topic out there because I know it's going to come up. It's inevitable, and that is the test server. Hey, Roger. Roger says hi, by the way.
Well,
thanks again,
Roger,
buddy.
Thank you for the 199. Appreciate that, brother. Partner. I got tongue-tied. Yeah, the test server where we have the 2 new modules that come up. I played it, and yeah, the one of the one that gives you the little boost as far as your Titan, that one, like you said earlier, it is noticeable. But what I would call the overdrive module for the Titan, I really didn't notice, or I couldn't tell whether I had it or not. It kind of threw me off. I was really expecting to see something a little bit more OP than that, and that just wasn't the case for me.
Yeah, and I was able to get on the test server myself. I didn't make a video of it. I didn't have much time, but I was able to get on. I played a match, and like you said, it's kind of hard to tell with that module if it's actually working. It's supposed to be adding 29% additional damage to Titans, which I think is cool that they're trying to make the Titans be stronger against Titans instead of regular robots. But I really don't know how useful it's going to be, because they've already got a massive amount of additional damage that applies to both Titans and regular robots with the reactor, right? So I guess I don't really see much point to it, but maybe if they tweak it, it'll, you know, be somewhat desirable. I mean, maybe in squad play, but for regular players, I don't really see it being all that useful. The other module, though, the power-up module or whatever they're calling it, I'll tell you, I do not like it one bit. I think it's
the one that helps you get your typing that much faster.
Yep. Hey, Kine.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Hey, Kine. Appreciate it, brother.
He says, does the Ravana need a nerf? And if so, how? Or just wait until people get bored with it? That's a good question.
I went ahead and put that little player's voice out with Quad, and Quad definitely has an issue with the Ravanas. Although each of us run 3 of them in our hangars for squad play, not so much fun play, but for squad play, we'll put 3 in the hangars. And you know, it's just gotten to the point where they're kind of stagnant. The idea that Ryan came up with was if the Ravana is over a beacon and he is in a stealth mode, he cannot control the beacon. Same thing for any bot running stealth. Same goes for any bot that goes up in the air, such as the Aljun or the Nightingale. The only way to cap and hold a beacon would have actual boots on the ground, not in a phase shift or not floating over it. And with that would technically give the Ravana somewhat of a nerf without actually nerfing the bot itself. All right, so you can still use it in team deathmatch or free for all, wherever else you want to use it. Okay, but it would be, you wouldn't have guys with 3 or 4 of them in their hangars like you do right now.
Right. Well, the thing with the Ravana is it's such a strong robot, and just based off of the mechanic of how it works, it's nearly impossible to nerf it directly. I mean, even if they lower the speed, even if they lower the health of it, it's not really going to affect it all that much because it spends the majority of its time immune to all damage. I'm not sure. I mean, I like the idea of limiting how many you could put in your hangar, but as far as nerfing the Ravana itself, I really don't know how they could possibly do it.
The only thing I would see or come up with it, there would be 2 possible ways to do indirect nerfs. One would be place a time limit in between abilities. So if you come up out of your ability, you have, let's say for argument's sake, 2 seconds before you can hit the next charge. Okay, so you actually force them to do somewhat of a little bit of fighting. And of course, the other thing that they would come up with would be like we had a shield breaker module, potentially a
phase shift breaker.
Phase shift module, yeah, something like that. And that would definitely come in. But you know, you have so many bots running phase shift. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a cool idea, and that would just take up one of the slots or take up your active module slot. I don't know where they would put it, but I mean, it's interesting.
Right. I mean, I kind of like the idea of having like maybe a cooldown timer before you could reuse its ability, but I mean, even if you did that, I mean, come on, it's completely invulnerable when it is using its ability. So, yeah, I mean, you might get a little bit more time on target with it, but I think it'll still be the meta bot. You know, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know that would be.
And I really don't see them going that route. You know, that was just something that a subscriber came up with, and I thought I would share it because it was kind of a neat idea. But I really don't see Pixonic going that route, and you know, with a popular bot as it is right now, I don't see them shooting themselves in the foot with it. So, right. But the other one where you can't hold a beacon, all right, that doesn't nerf the robot at all. That just, you know, it makes you unable to control a beacon if you're constantly going to be phase shifting, you know, every half second.
That's true. I'm not exactly sure how difficult it would be to implement that kind of a change, but I mean, ultimately, I don't know that we'll come up with a solid answer for how to nerf the Ravana, but I really do like the idea, and I always have the idea of limiting 1 robot type per hanger. I think that would be huge for the game.
That would be awesome. I mean, if you could go like to the fantasy football value, where you have, I think we discussed this in the past, where you have X amount of points per robot, and you're allotted a cap to where you can only use so many points in a hanger. But from a Pixonic standpoint or from a business standpoint, that means people would only be upgrading each of those bots. And from a business standpoint, I don't see them going that route. I really, really don't.
Right.
It's good. It's fun to talk about, and it would be awesome if you had to have 5 different bots in your hanger. You could reuse the same bot. I just don't see them implementing something like that. But that would be awesome.
Right, I agree. I think absolutely from a business standpoint that wouldn't work for them. But as far as gameplay, man, the game would just be so much better. And if you take a look at previous metas, going all the way back to Dash, and then Spectre, then you had Ares, Leech, they really became the meta because people use multiples of them in their hanger. I think for the game balance, it would be so much easier if you limited it 1 bot per hanger. But I think that might be wishful thinking. And I think Roger agrees based on the 4 bones he dropped, saying that he should only be allowed 1 blitz per hanger. I might disagree with that one because I love the blitz so much. But, that's just my personal feelings. But I do think the game would be much better with only 1 robot per hanger.
Yeah, we got Danny Lightning. What's going on, Danny? Good to see you here, brother.
Hey, what's up, Danny? Hey, quick reminders since Danny popped in. I do have 2 giveaway videos going on the channel right now for the Scorpion. And Danny has 2 giveaway videos on his channel for the Scorpion as well. Make sure you drop by and sub and follow the directions and everything to put your name in for that. And next Sunday's podcast, hopefully you all will join us again because we will be giving away 100 Scorpions live during the show. Of course, all winners will be announced at the end of the month. And you can only win 1, but you can enter as many of the videos and giveaways as you want. But you can only win 1.
Except for me, since I'm a host on the show, I think I get 1 from you and get 1 from Danny. Isn't that correct?
Sure, we'll make an exception. No, I think Pixonic would probably argue that, but
they would hang us, bro. They would so hang us.
But anyway, kind of go back to the Titan modules here for a minute. The power up module or whatever they're calling it. I'm sorry, I don't have my iPad right here in front of me to tell me the name. But man, it was a while back, and this is something that I kind of rage about every now and then on my live streams. For those of you that watch my gameplay live streams, it just irks me when I'm playing against randoms and some dude decides, hey, it's a great idea to drop my Alming with energy weapons in at the 8-minute mark or the 8.5-minute mark of a match, and that they rely on that pretty much for all of their damage. And Max, the head developer for the game, stated quite some time ago that it was never intended for Titans to be spawned that early in a match, and he supposedly put some kind of a fix in the game, but it was just not noticeable by me or anyone else. Because I mean, heck, I've even had some people spawn a Titan just after the 9-minute mark of a match. I mean, how do you get a Titan in just over a minute? It's just insane. Well, part of that,
the module that you refer to is the optimized charger, right? That's the one that gives you a boost.
And just for the viewers that haven't maybe seen the test server or any videos yet, what it does is, and I believe when the module is maxed out, it's a Titan module, and I believe each Titan can hold up to 2. Each one gives 25% of your Titan bar at the start of the match. So if you have 2 of those, you start the match at 50% of your Titan bar. Ridiculous. That means people will be spawning Titans less than a minute into a match.
Yep. You'll have that if you get some good hands-on damage right off the bat. You can spawn that Titan within 30 to 45 seconds of the match.
Now, granted, people will have to choose between spawning it super early and, you know, that 20-something odd percent damage bonus that they're all running. So they will have to remove that module in order to put these on. But still, I mean, we all know Titans pack a hell of a punch, especially against regular robots. It's just crazy to think that, you know, you had the head developer sitting there saying that Titans were not intended to be dropped that early, and now all of a sudden they are releasing, or potentially releasing, a Titan module that allows people to do just that. I'm concerned with that, because this game is already getting away from being war robots and heading in the direction of war Titans. It's just, I don't know, it's just concerning. And the Hawk right now, in my opinion, has been a flop as far as its original design premise of being a robot that could face up against Titans, because it simply cannot. It's not very good against Titans at all. So I don't know. I'm not really happy about that that module. I don't know. You guys can let me know in chat what you guys think. I mean, would you get that module? Would you use it? Do you want to see Titans spawn in? I don't know.
No, I mean, I can already get to my Titan within 2 minutes, so there's no desire to get into the Titan any earlier than that for me, at least in a squad play. I mean, if you're getting into Titans, you're not going to be holding beacons. And beacons are the name of the game when you come into squad play. Unless you're going to be playing in a team deathmatch, then you might want to get into your Titan as soon as possible. So it's just, there's just, I don't know. Zox, what's going on, Zox? Zox just popped in. How you doing, brother?
I mean, no doubt that there is a legitimate strategy for it, but I think it's a little out of control, mainly because of how strong Titans are against regular robots. Now, if they do actually fix it to where people can no longer spawn their Titan normally within 1 to 2 minutes of a match, and then they come up with these modules, okay, maybe I could understand that, you know. There would at least be a need for them. But as of right now, I mean, why would anybody even bother with them, to be honest with you, if you could already spawn a Titan within a minute or two of a match? I don't know. Anyway, I apologize for the trolls. I'm seeing them in chat. I appreciate the moderators being on top of that. Let's see, going back, Kind dropped another 5, says Roger M is delusional. More blitz is more fun. At one point, Kind did have a full blitz Panger. That was before the new pilot, though.
Wow.
The Blitz is a fun robot. I've been saying it for a long time.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's definitely a fun. I really love going up against them. They're just a real challenge to try to get their timing down. I'm still trying to figure out the timing. But damn, they sure are packing a punch now. That's for sure.
Right. All right, let me, I'm going to go over chat here in just a second, guys. Let me just turn on slow mode, see if that's going to help against some of these trolls that keep popping in here. If I can remember how I do that. There we go. Slow mode is on. Okay, so here we are. So it looks like most of you are saying that, you know, Titans probably should not be spawned in that quickly. Some of you are sharing personal experiences, saying that Mixfant was saying that he was able to spawn one in a minute and a half into a match without even trying. And, you know, I'm in the same boat. Personally, though, I choose not to do it because I don't like it when people do that to me. So these days, instead of raging and getting pissed off at them for doing it, if they do it to me, I just drop my Titan to counter them, and usually works out pretty good.
The Zox Cannibal module with 39% additional damage against Titan, but is also level 1. And on level 25, will probably be up to at least 50%. So yeah, I mean, if you add those modules on your Titans, they're really going to pack a punch against other Titans.
Well, no, that's not exactly true, because modules on the test server always say level 1, but they are maxed out. The regular modules are that way. The Titan modules are that way. That's just how the test server does. Even though it says level 1 on it, they're already maxed out. So I think that 29% or whatever it is, I think that is already, or that's what it would be at level 25.
Okay, so you think it's going to start off a lot lower than that?
Yeah, it'll.
You think it's going to max out at 39%?
I thought it was 29%. I mean, I could be off on my number, but I thought it was 29% on the test server. But yeah, I mean, it could, I suppose, but
yeah, because if you were to put 2 of them, that would give you 100% additional damage. Come on, at 50%, if it would max out at that, that would be ridiculous. That's just getting crazy.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't know. I mean, you do a lot more squad play than I do. Personally, this meta squad play for me is just trash. My opinion.
For everybody. That's for everybody. It's not what squad play should be like.
I mean, I love squad play. I love playing with my friends, and I wish I could play with 3, 4, 5, or 6 players all at once, and actually enjoy doing it. But yeah, this current meta is just so bad. But you do it a lot more often than I mean, even if it was, say 39% per module, you could put 2 of them on there. I mean, that's almost 80% additional damage to Titans. Would that be worth taking that, 50% additional damage to both Titans and regular robots off in order to put those on?
I think so. Because the whole purpose of Titans is to counter other Titans, at least in my opinion. So yeah, I mean, I can see why I would probably do that. I mean, if they came out, I would definitely get them. I would put them on for squad play, all right? But then I would switch back to the other ones when I were to do solo play or free for all or anything like that.
Right. I don't know. I guess for me, and it could just be, where I've been playing recently as far as mostly duos or solo gameplay, I don't see me even considering it. But like I said, I'm not always squatting. Let me see, it's been 2 hours. Trying to go over some chat here, guys. I did turn on slow mode, so it should be a little easier for us to get through.
As far as the other module that helps you get into your Titan faster, I'm really kind of hoping that guy goes away with the reload button and just kind of gets the axe and not make it to the live server. I mean, that doesn't really have a benefit to help out the game whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean, and realistically, I mean, those ones for sure, in my opinion, have no need unless they were to actually do as they stated months ago and make it so you can no longer drop your Titans in super fast. But the only thing that I've noticed that they've done is when they fixed the bug with the pulsars and shredders that were allowing people to drop Titans like super fast. But even with fixing that bug, I mean, I could easily unlock a Titan with, within a minute and a half of a match. So
yeah. And you're right. You have Omniverse. I watched Zox's video. Chief, it shows 29%. So you were right on the 29. I was wrong.
All right. So it sounds to me like it's the same amount as the regular reactor module that you get for the Titans. So you would just basically be nerfing yourself. I mean, there would be no point to having those modules either, at least if that's how they're going to stay. But then again, Pixonic is, you know, it is normal for the developers to never give us the full picture. So, I mean, maybe, and this is a maybe, don't go freaking out, but maybe there's going to be a nerf to the regular modules that we already have, because they're super OP anyway, and they need to be nerfed, but that's my opinion. But maybe possibly they are going to address that issue and then introduce these modules, which will then make it possibly a viable substitute, because as it is right now, you get about 29% just using the reactor module, and that applies to regular robots and Titans. So
Kyara Islander, this could mean that they're planning on nerfing the antimatter. I don't think they're gonna nerf the modules that they already have in the game. I really don't.
I mean, maybe it's wishful thinking on my end. I think they need to be nerfed. And if they did nerf them, it would make sense that they would be coming out with a stronger one that does additional damage towards Titans. But
then again, that 29% could be the starting value, or technically level 8 value. You know, you still have the other percentage to go up, so it could potentially go higher, because if you have one that is maxed out, right now, what is it, 25% on the module we have right now?
No, I believe they're like 28%. They're maxed out each.
So 28. So you're gonna give up. All you're gonna gain is 1% additional value, and only against other Titans. What's the benefit in swapping out a module like that? There is no benefit.
Right. So that's my whole point.
I don't see 29% being the max version of that.
But the thing is, with modules on the test server, even though they say level 1, that is their max value. I mean, you can get all of the robot modules for the regular robots, all the Titan modules, they've all been the same way for as long as modules have been on the test server. Whatever it reads, even though it says level 1, that is the max value. So, I mean, it could be different with this one. I don't think it is, which is making me think that either they are going to raise that number up significantly while it's on the test server before it goes to the live server, or there could be something else that we're not aware of coming down the pipe as far as maybe lessening the damage output of the ones that we have currently in the game. It's like you said, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I really don't see them nerfing, you know, the newer our modules that just came out. I really don't. I can see them making changes on the value to the one we currently have in testing, and we know things that we get in test server or that we run in test server, even though they appear to be balanced. Once you get them in the live server and max them out, it's a totally different ballgame. You know, it just changes dramatically. Everysinger, what would you run on an Arthur to counter an Almine specifically? I'll run machine guns. You'll find that you're going to do very well with machine guns against most other Titans out there. I mean, of course, all the other robots are good. I mean, all the other weapons are good, but the Scourge weapons, yes, you have the range on them, okay, but you got to get closer to increase that damage output. Machine guns are just awesome. They shred almost everything.
Right. Yeah, the machine guns on Titans actually do good damage, but I guess You just need to determine which Titan you dislike the most. If it's an energy Alming, you might consider the 600 meter spaghetti weapons to counter them, even though it doesn't do a lot of damage at 600 meters. If you hate Arthurs, you might consider the rockets. Machine guns are a good one. That's
rockets
universal.
against the Alming.
Well, yeah, rockets do well. I mean, I think everything actually does well against the Alming, especially if it's in the air. The trouble is surviving long enough to get the warheads on the foreheads over there.
Yeah.
See, Detner was saying, what if you couldn't drop a Titan until you've used all of your other bots, or could drop a Titan but couldn't use what regular bots you had left in your hangar to play? That's an interesting idea. And then I think somebody else, Ernie, mentioned something similar. He said, how about you have to expend 3 of your robots before you can drop your Titan? I kind of like Ernie's version a little bit better. It does give a little bit more leeway for players to use them as they were intended, to kind of, you know, drop them when they need to change the battle, and then they could still access their robots.
Let me go ahead and play the devil's advocate here. Okay, you got to go through 3 bots before you can drop the Titan. What's to stop somebody from dumping 3 bots to get into that Titan?
Nothing, but they still have to fill their Titan bar.
Oh, okay. Got you. So yeah, fill the Titan bar, and then you have to go through at least 3 bots, right?
Right. I mean, he didn't specify that, but I'm just assuming.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, somebody was, Roger M, with another 2, was asking, do we think the Scorpion will get a buff?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen a few of them on the field here and there. Of course, they are still rather new. Mine is still an upgrade. It's a situational bot, okay? It doesn't hold up very well against the ravana. Of course, most things don't. The Blitz does very good against the ravana, but it's still a squishy robot, all right? And I use it situational depending on what I got on the field. But I like it better more against Al June, Phantom, things that are not too thick. I wouldn't want to drop behind a maxed out Fenrir with it and sit there and try to trade punches, because you're gonna be doing that all day long. It's gonna take you a while before you crack through all that armor. So it's a situational bot.
Right. Now,
but do I think it'll get a buff? Well, I mean, what buff would it get? Maybe a pilot to increase the damage on the weapons. I don't know, because you only got so much damage output in those weapons, and if you're fighting a tanky bot, you're gonna have to do that several times against a Fenrir or a foolhardy. I'm sorry, against a Falcon. Before you can crack that thick skin.
Right. I don't know. I personally, I don't think the Scorpion is OP, but I don't know that it needs a buff, because in the right hands with enough skill, it's a really strong robot. And I think that's the thing with the Scorpion, because it is more of a skill-based robot. A lot of regular players are probably going to struggle until they gain that skill to be as effective with it as it can be. But I mean, there's videos out there on YouTube, people getting like 7 living legends with just 1 Scorpion, which is pretty crazy. So now the Scorpion, I do believe, is actually, it's not going to get a buff, but it will be a little bit more useful as a counter to the Hawk when the Hawk comes in. depending on, you know, I mean, they very well could make some drastic changes to the Hawk. I don't know, but because it is very effective at the you know, against the Aljuns, and I think many people will be trading in their Aljuns for the Hawk when the Hawk drops. And the Hawk is played very similar to the Aljun. You're going to have to look for cover when your ability is coming down and your flight drops, and that's a perfect opportunity for the Scorpion to blink in there and just smash it.
Just trying to catch up on the chat, guys. Give us a minute. Got a lot of comments coming in. Anyone having the Scorpion glitch out with the shooter in the back keeps going? No, I haven't seen that yet. I've seen glitches on some of the bots, like the Phantom, that once you kill it, even though it's dead and on the ground, and you spawn your next bot, you can still see that robot shooting off rockets or shooting off whatever ammo it had. I mean, it's kind of a funny glitch, but that's the only one I've seen. I have not seen the one for the Scorpion. How about you, Chief?
I haven't noticed any glitches. I mean, I've seen, like, there was one video I saw, I don't remember who it was. I think it was on, somebody posted it on Facebook, where they blinked in behind somebody that had their back against the wall on Moon, and they blinked under the map, and they just fell forever. I mean, they didn't even die. I mean, they had to destroy their bot to stop the falling, but they just fell forever under Moon. So it was kind of interesting. But no, I haven't experienced any glitches or anything with it. I have been playing with it in my my personal hangar for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, I was in a match the other day, and this is the funniest one that I've seen so far. One of the guys was using the Scorpion, and he teleported over at the same time. I guess the guy did something wrong, or ran a little bit too fast to one side and fell off the bridge there at Canyon, went down, and him and the Scorpion went into the drink, bro.
Oh,
it was just the funniest damn thing.
That would be pretty funny. See, I saw a couple of comments here talking about, you know, I think War Machine was talking about if you squad up with 3 or more of your friends or clanmates, it's just not fun because of the unfair matchmaking. I agree 100%. I really wish Pixonic would adjust the matchmaking when it comes to squadded players, especially 3, 4, and 5 players in a squad, because, you know, as it is right now, and it has been for a long time, if you are in a 3-man squad, you are going to most likely get matched against 6-man squads, and that just sucks. It really does.
It happened to us all last night. We were running a 4-man squad, and we kept getting paired up against 6-man squads, and you know, we did our best. We did good, but you know, we definitely had the disadvantage. And as soon as we fill up the squad, we stopped getting paired up against 6-man squads and started getting 3s and 4s. Now, that's not to say that the guys that were squatting that were running 6, you know, maybe disbanded their squad or whatever. But we just seemed that we didn't pair up, excuse me, as much as we should have.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's been that way for a long time. You know, back when I used to squad, literally, you know, every time I streamed, we were always running full squads. We would rarely go against other full squads. It was always against either, you know, duos or solos. But as soon as you have 3 people in your squad, man, you're going against full squads almost every match. It's just crazy. I do wish they would adjust that, though, because I really see squatting as just such a fun part of this game. And until they fix that, there's just so many people that just don't do it. Like, anymore, I only duo. You know, me and Kine usually on my streams. I mean, it's fun. It is a lot of fun, but you know, I would like to be able to bring, you know, one of my other friends into it and not have to worry about just constantly losing every match because we're going against 6-man squads.
Right. Islander, what is your Loki setup? I'm not sure what you mean by what my setup. If you're talking about my weapons, I like to run the halos on it simply for the lockdown. Okay, if I'm getting to a beacon and I beat you the beacon and you're coming at me, I'm gonna unhinge the weapons and I'm gonna start firing at you, attempting to lock you down before you can get there, so I can cap the beacon. That's mainly for beacon rush. If they have an anti-control, so be it. They're gonna blast right through it. If that's what you're referring to. But if you're referring to another question, go ahead and re-ask it and tell me specifically what you're looking for.
Mark Slight looks like he was asking, do we think Pixonic is bringing out too much without sorting the issues out? I think in some aspects, I feel I would agree with that. But I also kind of understand that, they have different groups of developers that work on different things. So the people that are working on new content, that's their only job. That's all they do is work on the new content. They have a whole nother group of developers likely that, their job is to try and, work on updates and balance and lag and other things like that. So, I mean, I think from the outside looking in, yeah, I could agree that they're bringing way too much to the game, too much complexity with all these new things, and we still have issues with matchmaking, issues with the economy, issues with targeting, lag. Yeah, I mean, there's so many issues that I think need attention, and I would almost prefer they get the attention, but they just aren't really getting fixed. But those things are also ongoing issues. But I did see some people earlier in the stream asking to talk about the lag, so we can go ahead and talk a little bit about the lag. Has the lag improved for you recently, Eddie? I know they came out with a second update just the other day to try and address some of the issues with lag.
I haven't really had much of a lag issue even before that. I mean, of course, when we get switched over to the Asian server, or when we go on the Asian server looking for squad play, yeah, I tend to get a little bit of lag there, but that's to be expected because we're traveling across the world just to play a match. So there is some lag there, but lately, I mean, I haven't had that much of it. I can generally almost predict exactly when I'm going to get it because there's a slight little pause. So I'll actually start firing because you're firing thinking you're shooting it, that you're hitting your target, and technically that target's already 100 meters away from you. But I have not been experiencing as much lag now as I did in the past. So I'm okay with it at this point. But my game situation and the game situation of a lot of people seems to be very, very different. All right, because I do hear a lot of complaints still about lag in the game, and I'm just not sure if it's real lag or device lag.
Yeah, and I don't, I play on iOS. I think iOS in general just has less lag than Android. But personally, I haven't really experienced much lag at all. So, I mean, there was a brief period when Android had got the last main update, 6.2, and iOS hadn't yet got it, and there was a little bit of lag, but really, aside from that, I personally have not experienced any lag, though I have had some other iOS players tell me that they've been experiencing lag. I have to wonder if it isn't, maybe device related.
That could be possible. I mean, now if we're running a brand new device or a top end device is still getting lag, then it's fair to say that that's actual lag from the servers. But I mean, a lot of the people that do complain about lag, at least a lot of them that I know, are still running old devices. And if you familiar with my channel prior to me obtaining the tablet that I have right now, and how bad some of the video quality was and how choppy some of the gameplay was, that was not the server. That was actually my 1995 Galaxy Tab Pro that just wasn't up to par with everything going on.
Right. I mean, and realistically, not everybody could run out and buy a brand new device just to play War
No,
Robots.
no, absolutely.
I mean, so there are some things that are probably on Pixonic's end that needs to, they need to smooth out for more of the devices, and I know they are working really hard on
That's what we're supposed to get in the remaster.
on the remastered to do just that. They're trying to increase the quality of the game visually, graphically, as well as increase your battery life, and make it smoother gameplay even on many of the older devices. They're switching over basically to a whole new engine, all new coding, which is why it's taking so long. But each week they are coming out with new stuff and new content on the remastered test server, which is during the week. So if you guys haven't yet had a chance to try it out, definitely stop by the Facebook page for the test server and download and maybe test it out, especially if you are experiencing lag on the live servers right now. It might be good for you to go test it out on remastered, because that's really the information they need, especially if you have an older device or something. You can let them know what device you're using and if you are or not getting that kind of lag. Kind says,
okay, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Kind says we need a booster for fairer matchmaking. Pixonic will address it when there is something in it for them.
I'll put some platinum in that. I'll get some platinum for that particular booster. Hell yeah.
And Roger said he needs a skill booster for his Scorpion. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things that I could recommend to Pixonic to, fix matchmaking and to make the game better. But, I'm not a developer. I'm not a game designer. I don't know what is possible and what is not possible. Obviously, a lot is possible, but there are some limitations, based on the coding that they're using or the engines that are running things, the servers. And I don't know all of that stuff, but typically I do try to pass along some of the information, and especially some of the feedback that you guys give from here. I know that they do go through and watch our videos, so they do hear about it. Now, whether or not it's something that they can legitimately make changes on, I don't know. Hey, AD Gaming, see you there in chat. Thanks for dropping by.
As I was saying about the lag as far as device lag, and once we do get the remastered, now if you're running an older device similar to what I had before, that particular old device may not be able to keep up with the remastered, although they are adding options there that we can go in and change some things around. I believe it was, as they said, I'm not sure if I'm 100% accurate on this, but I believe up to the Galaxy 3 could be able to run it. And if you got anything older than that, then you might be on the outside looking in. You might be wanting to, go and pick up a new tablet or get something on a payment plan or whatever you want to do, if you want to continue to play the game. But playing on an old device, like I was doing before, just may not be feasible anymore after this update.
Right, and I'm sure that they have taken a look at what devices the majority of people are using to play their game, and I believe that the cutoff that they made for what is going to be supported in the remastered version is something that's like really old and very few people are actually still using. So the majority of people should be able to just continue on and hopefully see improvements. But like I said, go to the test server, especially during the week, try out the remastered, see how it does run on your device. Personally, man, it runs butter smooth on my iPad.
Butter smooth, huh?
Dude, it is. It's nice. I mean, it really is. I mean, for one, it's the test server, so there's, not as much player population, to cloud things up. But for the graphic quality, it's good. Mr. Pax was saying teleporting behind an enemy, just jumping 350 meters without taking fire is just a money-making machine. I don't say it's OP, but the idea is a crappy one. Scorpions never teleport. Not sure what you're saying there, but the jump, man, that jump module. I mean, I still think it's more of a novelty for most robots. It really is. It's really a novelty. But on some robots like that Loki, oh man, it is just crazy. You can legitimately jump halfway across the map on Yamantau. It's insane. I don't know. I mean, if you're running a Loki, definitely consider the jump module because it really makes a huge difference. I mean, I still see some people, trying it out on some of the older bots, which I think is great. I think, it can breathe a little bit of life back into some of the older robots, but, a lot of people using them on like ravanas, and I'm like, okay, why? I don't know, but to each their own. But still, if you got a Loki, use that jump module, at least just to try it out, because man, it is fun. Something I have been seeing on mainly on Facebook is people posting clips of I don't know if it's hackers or glitchers or what, but coming across players that have invulnerability. Have you experienced that recently, Islander? I've seen it within the last few days. I haven't experienced it personally, but I've seen lots of clips from multiple people coming up, where, they're just sitting there pounding on somebody and you can't do damage to them. But they can shoot you and they can do everything they need to do.
I have seen that glitch in the past, and I've actually had that glitch happen to me in the past where you're able to fire somebody else on somebody and they can't fire on you. I have seen that before. I'm not going to say that that's a hack because it has happened before, but I mean, it's not to say that it's not, but it's not very common. It doesn't happen all the time, but yeah, I have seen it before, and the last time I saw it, it was a glitch, and the only reason I know that was because my hanger was one of the ones that was glitching when it happened. Now what I did after that was just go ahead and dump the bot I was in. After I realized, hey, I'm killing these guys and I'm not taking any damage, I just go ahead and just dump the bot I'm in and get into a new bot where we can just fight it out. But I'm not ready to say that that's a hack.
Right. And I don't know if it's a hack, but even if it is, just a glitch, I'll tell you what, don't be that guy that gets caught abusing the glitch, because that is enough grounds for Pixonic to ban your account. Just flat out.
Yeah, they will.
I mean, I was watching a video that somebody posted on Facebook. It was a full clan or a full squad going against randoms, and one of their members, the squad members, had that going on. Don't be that guy, because if it makes its way back to Pixonic or enough people report you for doing it, bye-bye account. And absolutely, you are 100% guilty if you see that you are not taking damage and you continue to play that robot. Absolutely, you are guilty, and if you take advantage, whether it's a hack or a glitch, it doesn't matter. I say ban you. I mean, maybe I'm a little more harsh on that though than I need to be, but
I don't know about a ban, maybe a little suspension. There.
I just, you know, I don't like unfair gameplay, and I mean, especially if it's a case of somebody that's in a full squad and you're going against a bunch of randoms already, you're gonna win. You can just ditch your bot, and if it's, you know,
and get a brand new one.
Yeah, you know, play another bot that doesn't have that glitch or whatever going on with it, or even sit out that match if you have to. Your team is still gonna win, you know. But don't play it out. I mean, and everybody that plays, they know after you know a minute, hey, you know, I'm not getting any damage or taking any damage, you know. So you can't go through a whole match with the same robot not taking damage and say you didn't realize it.
Chief, would you and Eddie touch on why it's important now not to have a pilot with weapon skills on them? Okay, yeah, that's pretty simple, because weapon skills are on a pilot and a bot are going to be unique to that particular bot with those weapon setups. So if you were to change your weapons on it at any time, you're going to lose that skill that you have. Okay, so if you're running, let's just for argument's sake, running atomizers, and you decide to change the cryos, you just lost that skill because it was specifically set up for the atomizer. Now you're going to have to redo the skill again and try to get the same skill. Let's say if it's the 2.5% boost on a weapon. Okay, well now you need it to be the ravana cryo weapon instead of the ravana atomizer. So get ready to spend a whole lot more gold for putting a weapon skill on a particular robot, because when you change it, you're gonna pay for it.
Yep. And that's really the only reason, is because of this change to pilots. They really dropped the ball on it, and that whole idea of being able to just quickly retrain a pilot or even switch a pilot from one robot to another. I mean, it is just so damn expensive that it is absolutely not worth even taking a chance by keeping a skill on a robot that is weapon based, because even if it's the perfect weapon for you right now, if they nerf it 6 months from now, that's going to be a lot of gold that you're going to lose. It's just not worth it. Let's see. God of War Gaming was saying that he was experiencing lag like 5 to 9 seconds after the match starts, but using the same advice on his other account, his drops are normal. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that could be a something having to do with the server right there. Oh, and then somebody else was, Mixie was talking about the targeting system. I forgot that the recent update, mini update, they tried to improve the targeting system, and I have noticed it is a little bit more improved. I mean, after the big update, it was just bad.
Horrible.
It was bad. But you know, so they did get that at least back to where it was. Still not great. I mean, this game has always had crap targeting system, but at least now I can actually lock on to robots. But he was also pointing out that with the exception of the Nodens, because you cannot manually choose your teammate, and that's feedback I was giving them all the way back when the Nodens was on the test server. You know, they need to implement, you know, or allow the lock-on, the manual lock-on button to apply to teammates as well when you're in the Nodens, because I mean, that's a big part of that Titan is trying to heal up your teammate, and man, it just isn't very smart when you're trying to heal somebody that's taken damage and you just can't get the little blue square to highlight on them.
JT Sir, thank you for the $5 donation, brother. Do you think Pixonic is aware how much players hate the new pilot system? Yeah, they are aware of the players being unhappy with the current pilot system, but it's not the pilot system. Don't mistake it. It's not the pilot system itself. Actually, a lot of players like the additional pilot skills, and want to have them. What the frustration is the cost of the pilot system. You know, it's not the actual pilot system that they implemented. It's the ridiculous cost that it takes to get one pilot on a bot set up. You know, much less your whole hangar. That's where the frustration is. I think the system that they implemented is really cool. All right, but the pricing on it is just freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, insane, ridiculous. Just to give you an example, you know, I mean, we do have the BR account access, and just for me to make one video using my BR account once the new pilot changes came into effect, right, to add pilots to the 2 Scorpions I needed, and then just upgrade the existing skills that I had on the other 3 robots in my hangar, right, just to upgrade their skill to max, was 100,000 gold.
Damn.
That was just for one hangar. Just for one hangar, and that was with 3 of those robots already having purple skills on all their skills. So it's it's bad. So hopefully they we'll look at it more. Do they know about it? Absolutely, they know about it. 100%. Not only from us YouTubers, every one of us has given that feedback to them. I know a lot of viewers think that, you know, the YouTubers that work with Pixonic, you know, we don't give them honest feedback. We do, very much so. And they also are really good, as far as companies go, they are really good at monitoring social media. They don't always respond. Yeah. They don't tell you they're there.
But they're there.
They are.
We could obviously have somebody from War Robots, or, you know, one of the developers actually watching this podcast right now. They won't comment, but they're sitting there just reading everything and, you know, and listening to your feedback and what we have to say on it. So they monitor, guys. Trust that.
Yeah, so they do know about how the population feels, the player population feels about the pilot changes, and I do agree with Islander that it's not necessarily the change to the pilot skills. I mean, that's fine. They want to make it more complex, more customizable. That's fine. It's just the cost, and that's something that we've really talked about in detail on previous podcasts. But they are fully aware.
From Fox Gamer 27, did you already say the winners, Chief? Fox Gamer, maybe you missed it, maybe you weren't here. He announced it earlier on, partner. The winners for the giveaway for him and Danny Lightning are going to be announced at the end of the month. And don't forget next week that they are going to be doing a 100 Scorpion giveaway right here on the podcast. So make sure you're here early. Bring your drinks, bring your chips, bring your munchies, and see if you can come over and win one. So yeah, at the end of the month, partner, they're going to announce it for you guys. Did I say that right, Chief?
Yep, it'll be after the podcast so that I can include all the winners all on the same list. But yeah, we'll be choosing 100 winners live next Sunday on the podcast, and then the other winners from all of Danny and myself's videos will also come out at the same time on the same list, and it'll be at the end of this month. Now, unless he's talking about the Golem giveaway, that's an even more important giveaway. I did post those winners, and congratulations to anybody that was lucky enough to win a brand new shiny level 1 Golem. Daryl Morris, any advice for someone who still is using level 8 robots? I've gotten to Diamond 2 rank and keep getting wrecked by AO, I'm guessing Ao Ming or Ao Jun, and OP energy weapons. Don't be in a hurry.
Yeah, there you go, Chief. Go ahead. I'll jump in afterwards. Go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, you're talking about Diamond League. I can tell you, pay attention to the official War Robots channels in the very near future. There is going to be some really good advice specifically targeted for you in that exact question. I'm not going to spoil anything, but yeah, some really good advice is going to be coming out. But just to get you started, yeah, don't be in a hurry. It's not a race
Spoil
to
it,
get to
Chief. Spoil it.
Champion
Tell
League.
him, Chief. Spoil it.
No.
No. Yeah,
It's not a race, man. Just
Yeah.
hang tight. Stop investing in robots you're not going to use in higher leagues. Don't waste your silver. Don't waste your gold. Make sure you got all 5 hanger slots. It doesn't matter if you're running level 6 robots and level 6 weapons. They earn silver just the same.
Yeah, and that comment that you just made, that you're in diamond and you're getting smashed by guys running a little bit higher level gear, that's a never-ending complaint you're gonna have. That's a never-ending complaint a lot of people have. And even when you get your maxed out gear and you're happy with your hanger, and you get rocked by a player that has higher skill or a different setup as far as modules or stuff like that, and you're not gonna be able to figure it out, that's a never-ending deal. I mean, you have guys that are in Master League saying, "Hey man, I keep getting smashed by champions," and then you got guys in Champion League saying, "I keep getting smashed by high-level champions," and it goes on and on. Don't forget that you smash somebody to get to the level that you're at, and it's just a full circle. You might get rocked on this game, but you just rocked somebody the game before. So it's just a full circle, and we're all in the game together. So all I can tell you is, you're in Diamond League, have as much fun as you can, partner, because it gets a lot more frustrating as you climb the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's in such a hurry, and I get it. This game has a competitive component to it, and that's fine. But take the time, slow it down, especially in the lower leagues. Plan out what you want to do, educate yourself, take the time to learn strategies in how to actually handle the robots, what each one does, decide what playstyle you enjoy playing, and then build your hanger towards that. It's going to take some time. Don't rush it. I mean, rushing it makes you spend money, because you're going to get frustrated, because you're going to keep getting your ass kicked. Okay? And it doesn't matter, no matter how much money you spend, somebody will always beat you. And they may not even spend money to do it. But just go slow. Go slow. So many people I see rushing things, and then they end up in Champion League with level 6 robots, and they're like, what the heck did I do?
Yeah. And the only other advice I'll give you on that part would be weapons before bots. I see a lot of low-level champions as far as low-level bot. When you click on and you go against him, how did he do so damn well? Well, the guy had a lot of skill, all right, and he also had max weapons. Now, his bots were lower level, but his weapons were up to par, and if you play them correctly, you're going to have a lot of fun, all right? So always keep in mind is you upgrade your weapons before you get to your robots.
Yep. Unless you're talking about Titans, then upgrade your modules before you upgrade the weapons or the Titan.
That's the truth.
But yeah, no, man, just try to have fun with the game. I see so many, especially new players, and then even players that have been playing for a while, they just make the same mistake where they just get so hell-bent on, I got to get wins, I got to get into Champion League. Man, just chill out, enjoy the game, play the robots you like to play. Don't worry about the wins and losses. Wins and losses happen. I mean, I think a little while back, the top guy in Legend League on iOS had like a 30% win rate, but he was the top dude on iOS Legend League. And I'm like, I can't imagine how many games that guy has had to play to be that high in Legend League and lose that much.
Yep.
Insane. But man, just play for fun. There's always someone better out there. Absolutely, I agree with that statement. I'm sorry, I scrolled right past it, but it caught my eye. Somebody said there's always somebody better out there. And you know what? You'd be surprised. I know plenty of really skillful players that can take level 9 robots and weapons and just absolutely decimate somebody that's full MK2. It's harder, but it can be done.
What do we got? Park Gamer asking the same question again.
Yeah, that's all right. If they all watched, if they all actually watched the giveaway videos, there's a whole screen that I made specifically for that says that winners will be drawn at the end of the month. But anyway, I'm glad people are excited for the giveaways. I think Eddie should be coming up close on doing another one here pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm in line, and when they call my number, I'll definitely step up to the plate. Kind of upset that they paired you with Danny. Don't get me no wrong, no disrespect, Danny, but Chief is my partner, boy. So you got a good one this time. I don't know who they'll pair me up with.
I think it was originally somebody else that was in line, and he kind of dropped off.
It was supposed to be Danny and Justice, and I'm not sure what happened with Justice, and then they pulled you up. I was like, no, you'll be taking the Chief nowhere. Let's see here. You got a question, Chief. Should I spend my money on should I spend my platinum on my kid, or continue saving up for the Arthur? What do you say there, Chief?
Ooh, I say do not spend a single platinum on your kid. The kid is by far the worst Titan in the game. Hands down, terrible. Everything about it is terrible. The way it's designed, how it works, it is just very bad. So please save yourself the trouble, save your platinum, and pick any other Titan. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and concur with Chief on that. I did save my platinum for a long time. For a long time, I was running a level 3 kid, and that's the Titan I ran. I mean, I tried to survive with my standard bot versus the Titans early on until I was able to get the Titan of my choice. And surprisingly, I didn't get the weapons of my choice, but I could not be happier than with the weapons I have right now. I just really love those machine guns. But I saved my platinum for a long time, and I did give that advice out. You know, don't spend until you know exactly what you're spending on, because any mistake with platinum is a costly mistake. It's going to take a while for you to recover from that. So no mistakes, partner. All right, just make sure whatever you get is something you're going to be happy with.
Absolutely. And I'll throw my buddy Kine under the bus here for a second. Originally, he did not want to play Titans at all. So he took his free kid, stuck it in his second hangar, and just didn't use it, right? Finally, somebody convinced him to at least play with a Titan. So he started playing with the kid, and he's like, oh, hey, it's really not that bad. And then he started spending platinum on it. And I told him, don't waste your platinum. It's terrible. And I went through all the reasons why it's a really poorly designed Titan. And he ended up with like a half-leveled kid. And then he finally decided, oh, let me go ahead and try one of these other Titans. And then he realized what a mistake it was, because the kid is just so bad. Anyways,
Marty,
sorry, Kine.
Thank you, Marty. Appreciate that, brother.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and open it up here for a few last-minute questions or comments that you guys might have, but we'll look at wrapping this up here in the next few minutes. Before I do, as I've been doing recently, let me go ahead and give a shout out to another YouTuber from a smaller channel.
Who we got, Chief?
Today we got, we got old Pappy. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen old Pappy Gaming. He puts a lot of work into it. I mean, he probably doesn't even know that I'm subscribed to him. I've never talked to him. I don't know crap about him, but he puts a lot of work into it. He gives good explanations on his videos. And as a bonus that might affect a couple of you, he covers both War Robots and Dino Squad consistently. So definitely stop by, hit him up. He's got like 520 subs or something like that. Let him know that the Islander in Chief sent you guys, and just you know, make his day. Maybe drop him some subs, because you know, that's what the community does. You guys take care of everybody. I mean, it's a great community, and I like it when somebody is really putting that kind of work into it for the community, and he definitely is.
Yeah, so swing by his channel, guys. Go over there. Tell him you're coming over from the podcast from Chief and Auditor, and tell him how the hell are you. Tell him we are monitoring his channel, and he's doing good work.
Yeah, but anyway, I'll be dropping his links here in the feed as we're wrapping things up. But seriously, any other comments or any questions you guys might have for us? Now is the time to drop them. Yeah, Turbo, I threw kind right under that bus. Beep beep. Sorry.
It wasn't the short bus either. That was a big ass bus. Would it kill you, Islander? You convinced me on the power of the machine guns for the Nodens. Love them. Oh, absolutely, partner. They slice. They slice. They'll cut right through an Arthur, a maxed out Arthur shield with no problem. I mean, once you suppress him, if he doesn't have a Nodens backing him up, all right, you should pretty much nail him with one full magazine or one full salvo. You know, you're just gonna rip right through those shields with very little effort.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only Nodens I play with is on the Battle Wreck account, and my favorite, as of right now, setup for the Nodens is 2 Cyclones and 2 Rockets.
There you go.
But, you know, once again, that's all maxed out, and it may not get the same effect if it is not maxed out, but I really enjoy that build. But machine guns, I'm still rocking level 2 or 3 machine guns on my Arthur. Well, except for the Alpha. I do have the spaghetti weapon on the Alpha on my Arthur. Surprisingly, I kind of like it, so I've leveled it up.
Yeah, I got a couple of Cyclones. I have not started to level them up. I think I'm going to go ahead, since I do have maxed weapons already, I'm going to go ahead and hold off and see what's the next tiny going to be coming down the pike later on. So I am back into the saving mode, at least for now.
Scorpion with Halo and Corona, a good setup. Honestly, Hunter 101, no. I think the Corona is absolute poo-poo, trash. They really nerfed it hard. It's you are way better off with Storms. Halo does pack a slightly better punch than the Gust, but if you're looking at the cost, I would just go with a Gust. I mean, if you're running shotguns with it, Gust and Storm, it's really good. But the Storms especially are just far better performance over the Corona. And way cheaper. What do you think?
I have been running the Coronas now on one of my Ravanas, and with the addition of the new modules, all right, it has completely brought that weapon back to life. If you're not running those modules, then you should be running Corona only for some type of lockdown that you want to do. So it's situational for team play. I do use one of the Ravanas with Corona, but I do not have it out there for damage. I have that mainly for incoming bots that are coming towards a certain beacon, and I want them locked down. I don't want them getting there within a certain time frame so we can take over a beacon. That's the only thing that I have for. The other thing I have for is for locking down Titans. It's a peekaboo style play. I will go out, I will lock your Titan down, I'm going to go back into cover and refill the salvo one more time, and then lock you down one more time. That's the only purpose right now for the Corona, and it's a situational setup. I would not run them if you're going out there to brawl. Stay with the Storms. You'll be a lot happier.
Yep. Especially with that Scorpion, because you need that damage, and you need to dump that damage quick. So, let's see. Lone Spanker asking any new robot info. Nothing official, but I have heard some rumors from one of my viewers. He's out of Brazil. Kind of hard to understand him because I got to use Google Translate, but he was talking about he's hearing rumors about a new robot coming that's like something having to do with squid or something like that. I don't know, but there are rumors out and about. I don't know how reliable they are. I am expecting a third one to drop.
I have not heard anything on my end at all as far as new robots coming down. But you know, if we do, trust you will find out the day that we find out.
Yeah, I do expect a third because even though they're not really doing themed robots anymore, they still seem to be doing everything in threes when it comes to new robots. And we got the Scorpion, the Hawk should be coming at some point. I really don't know what the major holdup is. Personally, I think the Hawk is just broken, for lack of better word, but we'll have to wait and see what happens when it actually comes live.
Yeah, let's wait and see exactly what it is once it hits the live server, and see what it's like then. That's what I'm going to do before I give it a final judgment, because I did not think the Ravana was really that great on test server, but it sure changed my mind on the live server.
Let's see, somebody was saying something about Adrian maybe mentioned something about a new robot on his stream this morning. Maybe I didn't catch his stream, but maybe I'll watch it back and see if he did mention something.
I'll just go ask him on the Discord.
Yeah.
What info do you have that you ain't sharing, partner?
I might as well give the guy a view, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I normally do like to go by Adrian's stream when I get the chance and just go hang out a little while. You know, I usually open up a beer and grab some munchies, just sit there and watch him go through his content. I enjoy it. I really do. I enjoy watching the stream. I watch Zox's. I watch AD's. I don't really comment that much when I'm in there, because I just want to sit back and relax and enjoy the content. And if I start commenting, then of course the questions are the hellos. So you got to get caught up in that conversation with everybody, which I don't mind either. But sometimes I just want to sit back and just kind of enjoy the content for what it is. I do the same thing to you, Chief. Same thing to you.
Let's see. Nero says, Hawk is messed up because it is trash at killing titans, but good at killing robots. Well said. But Mixfant says Kyle Rogers is supposedly making another appearance as the Hawk pilot.
Yes, he is.
So
I heard that. I heard that already as well. Kyle Rogers, kind of like what we have with the Phantom, with that young lady. I don't remember what her name is. I always forget her name. But Kyle Rogers should be the pilot for the Hawk.
Except he'll probably be named Lyle Dodgers, maybe. I don't know. For whatever reason, they're changing their name, but they're reusing it. I mean, it's the same person. Keep the name, or something. I don't know. Or come up with a better backstory. There are some.
In all honesty, you could really just come up with its own pilot, like the one with the Phantom and the Scorpion. Why can't you just make that the twin sister or something, Yeah. Why does it got to be the same one? Come on, hire us, Chief. They need to hire us, Chief. We got some creativity.
What am I supposed to do if I have a Phantom and a Scorpion in my hangar? You can't really have them both piloted by the same person.
What do y'all think, Stream? What do you do in that situation?
Pay the 500,000 gold that it's going to take and just retrain a regular pilot.
There you go. Go fixes everything.
Hey, we're down to like 30 days left in the current event.
Sure. The events have gone really long, haven't they?
Yeah, they're getting longer and longer. I mean, it's all right, I guess. I mean, it's more stuff, especially for the free to play folks. It's every day, as long as they're on and playing, they can earn themselves some free tokens, and may not be a good chance at getting something that they want, but it's still a chance.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Dark Light?
What should I run on my new Falcon? I don't know. Are you running the traditionalist Falcon? Or are you running the regular Falcon? I mean, the cryo weapons, all right. The freeze rockets work beautifully. The glaciers have a serious punch, okay. But just pretty much, to be honest with you, 3 of any heavy weapon or any heavy brawling weapon are going to do you just well. Whether they're glaciers, embers, calamities. I mean, whatever you choose, you got to do some damage with them. So it's really up to your play style and what you want.
He's saying it's a regular Falcon, and in the case of a regular Falcon, I'll tell you what, and this is something that is straight up legit. Go on the cheap, level up 3 Thunders. You will tear some stuff up. Thunders, especially on the Falcon, 3 of them, do an insane amount of damage. Plus they sound hella cool. One of the best sounding weapons in the game. But no, for the cost, man, that is the biggest bang for the buck as far as weapons that you can level up. I've been seeing lots of them actually on Al June's recently too. Even 2 of them will really pack a punch.
Well, they did get a little buff, did they, Chief?
Yeah, they were the only shotgun that got a straight up buff during the shotgun rebalance. They're the only one that actually got a straight up buff. The Glory is slightly behind them. The Glory technically does a little more damage, but they did get a very minor nerf on the reload. Glory is still a solid option if you have them, but yeah, Thunders. Don't sit on the Thunders. Or don't sleep on the Thunders, rather. They're pretty decent now.
At close range, they can cut you. They can cut you. Let's see. How come nobody is mentioning Foggy anymore? We have mentioned Foggy. What are you talking about?
Hell, I featured his new channel on here a few episodes back.
Yeah, Ted. Somebody obviously didn't come to that stream, or else you would know that we had been mentioning Foggy, not just once, not twice, but several times we have brought him up. So, shame on you, Tad.
Yep, Tad. He's calling himself out on that one. He hasn't been watching our show.
Nope, nobody had to throw you under the bus, Tad. You just walked right in front of it.
Golden Foil asking, what should I buy? 5th slot Carnage, Regen, or with 4,000 gold? Buy your 5th slot. Don't waste gold on a Carnage or a Regen unless you are doing 6-pack league. Don't plan on going above gold league. In which case, go ahead, spend it. But if you're actually playing and you're planning on going above gold league, save your gold, buy that 5th slot, and then don't spend gold on anything until way later.
My nomination for the best sound effect is the Hussar. I mean, yeah, I like the Dragoons. They have that whole, I mean, not the Dragoons. Yeah, the Dragoons, they have the whole crack of the whip. Actually, all those weapons just have a nice little sound to them. But the Thunders are solid. They're very, very loud. Why doesn't Islander live stream? Y'all just gonna do me dirty like that, huh? Okay. I have been tinkering around with the idea of live streaming. I do want to do live stream. I actually want to be doing the newsroom live. All right, not so much for gameplay because there's just so many channels out there that are already doing live gaming or gameplay with live streaming in it. I would do a match or two, but I would like to start doing the news rooms live to where we could give you all the news and then actually talk about the content, the news or the rumors or whatever I'm bringing you at that point in time. So I've been tinkering around with the live stream. I'm actually going to be doing it directly from the tablet. So I'll be running a few test live streams before I go ahead and start doing it. But yeah, you can expect live streams coming soon. Thanks for calling me out there.
Lone Spanker's adding a little fuel to the fire there, saying Islander live streams at 12K subs.
How about 20K subs by the end of the week? Can we do that? Yeah, no, I have been wanting to live stream for a while, you know, and I did want to do live content. That's why when Chief invited me to this podcast and then invited me on to be a, I guess, a co-anchor or a regular or whatever you want to call it that I do here, this was my opportunity to do live content with you guys without having to go through all the technical part of it. Chief handles all that good stuff for us. I just got to show up and talk with you guys. But I will be bringing you a live stream pretty soon, and I would like to make it more of a regular thing. But it would probably be more of the newsrooms, not so much of gameplay. We'll just have to wait and see on that. It's going to be really, honestly, it's going to be up to you guys.
Well, sounds like fun. Lots of people like to catch your news and rumors. So, well, I think that is going to wrap it up, everybody. I appreciate you guys stopping by today, hanging out. Real quick, one last spam there from me for old Pappy Gaming. Make sure you guys swing by, show him a little bit of a love from the community. But I think it was overall a pretty good discussion today, Eddie. Appreciate it as always.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you. And guys, we do appreciate you coming in and hanging out every Sunday with us, all right? This show is not just for me and Chief, it's for you guys as well. This new open forum where we actually get to take the time and just read your questions and interact with you guys is a hell of a lot of fun for me. I really do enjoy it. So once again, much love to all you guys out there that take your time out of your Sunday to come chill with us.
Yep. But that is going to wrap it up here. Just a don't forget, if you're not subscribed to Eddie's channel over there, link in the video description down below, as well as the pinned comment. But yeah, I hope you all.
One more reminder. Don't forget, next week, guys, 100 Scorpions are going to be given out by Chief and Lightning. And I believe we're going to have Danny on the show. Is that correct?
Yep. Danny will be here on the show with us, so should be fun. Lots of spamming in the chat, but we'll still try to have a good show for you guys. Come
next week, guys, for sure to try your luck out at getting one of those Scorpions.
Yep. All right, folks, everybody out there, stay safe, stay out of trouble, stay healthy. Till the next one, guys.